Now on my 1 minute chart, I currently have my daily chart drawings pulled up, and I do that so I can show how the price is interacting with these two levels I drew weeks ago. And it's really giving me a great idea of where the price is consolidating. As you can see, 2 days ago, we bounced off the top of that upper level, and you can see how the price is kind of sucked into it. Whenever the level's encountered, there's a small bounce and then a return. Here the bounce and then a fall through and a return, a fall through, and that trading day ended pretty much at that level. The next day, we saw a drop and a rise straight back up to that upper level. And there's some momentum when it passes through there. You can see this little, maybe I should zoom in when I do this. You can see how the price likes to jump. Look at this clean bar. None of the prior candles even touched it. And then when it passed through there, we saw this little momentum kick. And the price was high and we slipped right back down. And there's this perfect bounce. It's incredible. It's incredible to watch this sort of stuff happen, especially when you don't move these lines that you drew weeks ago. So what does that mean for today? Well, today we saw much of the same struggle. An open that flirted with the lower level, and then the price bounced, just went up and up. A little fake out here. I wasn't really worried about it. I was actually kind of confused at this really nice, even, steady rise we had. I was kind of expecting the action to be a little choppier. I thought it was going to be an interesting day because the banks were closed, but the markets were open. But overall, it seems to have fared very well for AMC, and the price action was relatively uneventful. Good way to put it. You can see that about midday we had another break through the upper level, and it was just accompanied by this big green candle. And that kind of reminds me of the one we saw back here. Whoa, those 2 days are like almost exactly the same. It's like this kind of like rectangle, and then a move up, and then that looks like a sweet flag, rising wedge maybe. Today open, we had this weird rectangle and a run, and then like this flaggy looking thing. Wow, it's like the same day. And okay, so then the price rises to the upper level and breaks clean through it. Same here as yesterday, came right through it. We returned to that level after a slide, right? And this is, yeah, that's November 10th, and this is today. And then we had a slide, or a slide. Oh my God. And then let's see, the price came down through the upper level, bounced, and closed near the top of the level. Okay, that's the only way in which today was different than yesterday, is that the rundown yesterday in the PM trading was stronger and the price didn't recover as well. So it's interesting though to see that, you know, the first few hours of trading were so similar. In fact, what time was this? This was 10:25. Let's go to 10:25 over here. Let's see, right here. This is where the prices look different. So that's half the trading day. Okay, well, looking at today, we did see a drop through that, and these two candles here, we call those pipes. That's a pipe bottom, you know, look like Mario Brothers kind of stuff. So the price comes down, makes this sweet bottom, and comes up, and ends right at that top level of the triangle. On my 15-minute chart, and yesterday I was saying that I expect a head and shoulders to form. Inverted head and shoulders, that we had this shoulder here, and a head, and now we see the shoulder has formed on the other side. So I was looking for this, and this means that tomorrow we have a specific thing to look for, which I really like. I don't like saying I don't know what I'm looking for. I want to have direction. I'm pretty proud for calling out this third head and shoulders pattern. When I first saw the initial head and shoulders, and then the inverted head and shoulders, and then the other head and shoulders forming, and then I said, oh wait, but I think there's another one down here. I was just thinking to myself, you're crazy, you know, that's nonsense. But I said, hey, sit down. I'm not here to judge what the charts are doing. I'm just here to observe it. The symmetrical triangle is an expression of coiling action, where the price is narrowing in on a specific price. And this pressure builds and the coil winds, and these inverted head and shoulders in succession like this make me think that there's a tremendous amount of pressure building within the price. I don't know what that looks like. We know call volume has been really, really high, implied volatility has been low, but it's coming up. And I think that's really what's driving this is the options chains, how those options are settled on the New York Stock Exchange, and how when implied volatility becomes increasingly higher that options contracts initially or inherently uh, assume more risk and therefore price as well. So, and I'm not gonna lie, when the June run happened, I had some calls. I exercised some calls, and I rode that wave. When that happens again, that kind of behavior, it's just so bullish. So I'm happy. I am happy with where we're at. It was been really scary the last couple of days, but today was rather predictable in the sense that a pattern is completing as I was calling it out, and I feel safe. I like to know what's going on. I don't like saying I don't know, but sometimes you're not going to know. You just got to say that. No one's always going to have the answer or be totally informed. So I'm just going to admit it and be open about it because I'm in for the best answer. I don't have to be right. I just want to understand. Now, let's move up into the 15-minute chart. Let's go for 30 days on the 15-minute charts. And let's turn the 15-minute drawings on. Okay, so I'm like inverted head and shoulders. So this inverted head and shoulders does make me happy because it means the price going up, but there's also like this potential head and shoulders top forming that makes me uncomfortable. Look at how clean that run is. Whew. If you were watching the charts during this time, I was talking about this head and shoulders and how when I saw this candle right here, that one, I said that's the signal that the downtrend is over. This is the bottom, and that's what happens. And you can see that when the price was taken off of this run, it was returned to the triangle, but it's bottoming at the top of that triangle. That makes me think the upper level target for that triangle was coming up. And I said even yesterday, even the last few red days, I said I maintain that we could reach this 5404 target at any time. And I still say that because that still makes sense. It's in the charts. So I'm going to zoom in here and show what I thought the 15-minute or what the inverted head and shoulders might look like. And I thought the neckline would be a little higher and that the price would rise a little bit more today. I'm thinking big green day tomorrow. The head and shoulders target is an approximation. You take the height between the neckline and the head, and you just apply that to the breakout price. Now I know where my neckline is. This is how I do this. I just draw a line. I just say, hey, where's the head? I'm just going to go right here. I'm going to go up like this. 6.53%. Wow, that'd be a nice day. I would love to see a 6.5% green day tomorrow. Okay, 41.89. That's going to be my target for tomorrow. Show name on the right. This is the inverted head and shoulder target. The confirmation price needs to be met first. So the forecast is if tomorrow morning in the AM the price can rise above $40, it is likely that a run to $41.89 will be seen. And that would just be this pattern playing out. If tomorrow's going to be a red day, we got to zoom out a little bit and say, well, this could also be a head and shoulder top, and these shoulders could be in, and so we should also have an inverted head and shoulders target. And I think I do have that down there. Yeah, okay. So this is not great, but if the price drops below $37, then it is likely that we will continue to see a slide to $32.78. Okay, let's move into the daily chart. I forgot that I was looking at my 1-minute chart with my daily drawings, and that's why it's messy. Look at today's candle, okay? Look at today's candle. It's just like the very end of this triangle, and the body is just like pushing up and it's pushing down the bottom. You know, it's like, ah, and it's all coiled up. Volume was low. The RSI is wishy-washy. So, like, if there is a big move tomorrow, the indicators are pretty neutral, to be honest. But like I said, this is a massive coil, and it's just how much longer can the price continue before making a decisive move? All right, if you haven't seen my daily chart. This is the triangle I keep referencing. Maybe you've seen it, me mention it in my Reddit posts. I talk about my daily chart drawings and my 4-hour chart drawings, my 1-minute chart, and putting the drawings of the 1 day over the 1-minute chart. And this is what I'm talking about. So this blue triangle, I talk about it a lot because as a triangle, a symmetrical triangle, it functions as a coil. The price really is just grinding in at a specific point, which in this case is around $38. Maybe, you can just see how the price has continued to move out of this triangle and be pulled back into it. And that blows my mind. And I love the way that this looks. Like, this looks like we had a downtrend for 3 days, and then today that ended. I wonder if we could even see this in context of a retracement from that downtrend. So I'm going to take the top, I'm going to go down. Not quite. Not even close. In fact, that 50% retracement at 41.75, or what was my inverted head and shoulders target? 41.89. Okay, 41.89. 41.75. Okay, so those two levels, the 50% retracement from the run down and the price target for my inverted head and shoulders, are congruent. This is really good. I get really excited when I have more than one indicator or study pointing to a similar price target. It's just you can't make this stuff up. Tomorrow I can actually make a pretty confident forecast that it'll just be a green day, and we could see the 50% retracement reached.